Hey! Hey, let's get a six-pack and some holes. Just kidding, we're back with some more Torment. It's me and Carl. Carl here, hey. We just got Dakon in the party, so... Uh-oh, Mochi. See someone dressed as a female dustman with half-empty glass in her right hand. As you near her, she calls out to you.
I'm you, over here.
You notice there's something wrong about her. Your exposure to the dustman leads you to believe that she's just too lively to be a real member of the faction. I'll approach her.
Hey, Kato, buy a lady a drink.
You're not really a dustman, are you? She looks around nervously. It seems to sober up.
Why do you say that?
Because you don't act like a dusty. You're not offering contracts. In fact, you're taking money instead of giving it out for that corpse labor they do at the mortuary. She stifles a squeak of terror and hastens to explain.
No, I'm not a dustman. Just found these robes in the street and I didn't have enough money to get cook clothes and I heard there was a dustman thief around. You could probably find him somewhere else in the southwest part of the hive. I saw him, but I hid from him. Please don't hurt me.
I'm not planning on it. You ought to know that you're not pulling it off to her. Now answer some fucking questions.
What do you want to know?
You're not really a dustman. Who are you?
Me? I'm Mochi. I just like to drink here and
She loses her train of thought momentarily.
I'm just a person, you know.
I see. Answer something else for me then. Who's that burning corpse?
He's not a corpse. He's some crazy wizard. Ask around, they'll tell you the story.
Very well, more questions, Booker. Tell me about the other patrons here.
Don't know, they're just people. I don't deal much with people unless they're buying me a drink.
She looks at you hopefully. More fucking answers. What is this place?
Smoldering Cold Tavern. Can't you read? You more bug than I am.
Whatever, get away from me, you skank. What's up with Ignis? Ignoramus. Let's talk to Barkus, the bartender. You see a leather-skinned man with just a hint of ashen color to his face. His teeth seem sharper than normal, and his eyes are filled with boredom that comes of having seen too much. His voice is nasal and clipped. You again, eh? What y'all want this time? You again? What do you mean?
Yeah, you again. You got a hearing problem or something now? I was in here about 15 years ago, got all bumped up, smashed up the place, and left a pile of coin that was enough to pay for damages. So you plucked out your own bleeding fucking eyeball and tells me you'll be back to reclaim it when you got 200 coins together. With 15 years of interest, you got about 500 coins. You got the jink, pal, I got your eye.
500? That's ridiculous. He pauses for a moment.
That it is. Tell you what, give me 300 and the eye is yours.
It's a deal. Here's your money.
It's a deal.
He produces a darkened, wax-stoppered, white-mouthed bottle from his pocket. You hear the sound of liquid sloshing around inside it, along with a heavier, squishier noise. Opening it, the stench of some sort of preservative agent nearly makes you gag. Floating in the viscid muck is an eyeball.
Got to figure out what you want to do with it. Now you've exposed it to the air, you might as well put a pickled egg in the jar. For all the good it will do to you. Make up your mind, Cutter. Pickled egg or not. Tear out your eyeball and place it in one of the sockets.
With a moment hesitation, you reach into your socket and pop your eye into the palm of your hand. The bartender helpfully severs the optic nerve and directs your hand to the jar of goo that sits on the bar. You deposit your eye in the preservative, wrap your fingers around the old one, and slide it into your empty socket. The pain of this entire operation is incredible. After a moment, though, you can feel the optic nerve reattaching itself to this new eye, and suddenly, you are hit by a flash of memory. Absorb! Memory flash! A vast expanse of chaotic, ever-changing wasteland stretching before you. A group of humanoid vultures plummeting toward you. Cool weapons ready to strike, and your own shining blade clutched tight in your fist. Memory flash! 3 thugs. surround you. The colors of an enemy you can't quite place. Long daggers glisten in their hands, and the light glints cruelly from their exposed teeth. You glance at the scarred hands and know they'll soon be covered in blood. Memory flash! An enormous frog-like creature comes bounding over through under chaos, shit and stuff, headed for you with a mouth full of teeth. You hurl your javelin through the shifting matter and pin the creature to a sudden stone plinth. You've recalled some of your lost fighting skills. Booyah!
Hurry it up, will you? I got paying customers.
I'm looking for Farad, the collector. He turns and spits on the floor.
Farad! You may as well just turn your back and let him sink a dagger in it. Well, from the looks of you already have. You're dead set on finding Farad, pardon the pun. Talk to Ilquix over there. He should know something about him.
I'll do that then. Peace out.
Back again? What now?
Can you tell me of the patrons here?
Don't make it a point to interfere with the lives of people who give me their hard-earned jink unless they ask me to. So over there's Kandrin, Planewalker. He's a good one to talk about any planewalking questions you might have. It's pretty much everywhere. Down there is Ilquix, an old harmonium basher. Don't hold that against him, he's a tout. He's got a good heart now, and he knows sigil up and down. Them fiends over there are Tavern and Tavern. Word of advice, don't fuck with them. They might be low rankers in feed hierarchy, but they're still fiends. Then you got Ilquix over there. Not trustworthy. Got some mercy killers looking for some poor sod. Dakon the Kazari is a mystery to me. Don't know much about him. He don't talk much. Finally, you interested in earning some free bub?
Yes.
There's a bubber over there against the far wall hanging about in the shadows who's been trying to work up her courage to slip out without covering her tab. I want you to make sure she don't do that. You do it, you got free bub here for life.
I'll do it. I'll let you know when I'm done. Where's that little skank bitch?
What do you want?
Barkus says it's time for you to settle your tab. Pay up. She jumps a little, and nervous tension becomes full-fledged anxiety.
What are you gonna do?
Ask, you going to pay up now, bitch?
I can't afford it. Can you spot me just 10%? I'll give it to him, and he knows I'll pay the rest.
How much do you need?
I need about 100 coins to get started on the debt.
I'll lend you the money. Here, take it and pay up now. She pockets your jink, glances briefly toward the door, almost as if she's weighing her chances of dashing out. Sighs heavily as she realizes there's no chance and begins to walk glumly toward the bar.
My thanks, I suppose.
Don't mention it. Don't even think about heading for that door until you've paid up. 'Cause yeah, bitch, I will kill you. This guy's name is Oh. You see a man standing stock still. He isn't moving a muscle. On closer examination, it appears that he isn't even breathing. Just standing. His eye sockets are empty holes in his face. Contained within their bounds is a flat gray light that seems to dance with possibility. Looking into the sockets, the eerie, empty feeling of limitless void shivers through you, as if you gaze into a sliver of eternity. The head slowly swivels toward you. You notice that no muscles appear to move under his skin as he turns, and he speaks in a pure bell-like tone. Well met, wanderer. You are forgotten again, haven't you? You know me, stranger? As he opens his mouth, you get the feeling of eternity again. Inside his mouth, you see no tongue, no teeth. It's almost as if this man were a shell surrounding an illimitable expanse. I've spoken with you before, and always you forget. Your endless quest to discover yourself ends always in your amnesia. You draw close to the truth and recoil. Let us hope that you have the strength to endure your existence. What do you know of me, and how do you know of this? I know that you, like a fly, rise up from the wreckage of your old shell, buzz about for a time, curl up and die at the window of truth. You bumble about the pain, seeking the light without any plan to your actions, and fall exhausted when you fail. You alight on others to feed from their own time and move on with no regard to them. I have watched you come here and listened to your words and watched you move away no wiser. Will you learn from your mistakes, Seeker? Who are you? I am O. For some reason, when he speaks his name, it sounds like he's speaking of much, much more than a single letter. As if speaking of a name contained untold possibilities and nuances. No human tongue could ever create such a sound. What sort of name is that? That is my name. It is the name of portion of eternity. I am a letter in the divine alphabet. Understanding me leads to understanding existence. I am writ in the true name of half of everything. My name being encompasses truth. I am mathematic, organic, metaphysics. So, what does that mean? The divine alphabet is writ in the name of everything that exists. From the seed at the hearts of the elemental planes to the core of the great beyond. My brothers, sisters. A single word translates into two in your mind. And I reach across all that is, was, or shall ever be. We are thought and reality and concept, and the unimaginable. Tell me about the great beyond. You would not understand, no mortal possibly could. It is beyond the powers of comprehension of all, but the most powerful of powers, and once they understand, they move beyond the veil of mortal comprehension. I can explain it no more than that. Perhaps sometime you will understand. Bitch, pay your debt!
Here's, some money. I'll bring in more, later.
You better, or I'll send them after you again.
You won't be having trouble with Mochi again.
Then, friends, you have full bar privileges for free. Anything you want, anytime.
It must have been a pretty big tab she ran up.
You don't know the half of it. You want a drink now?
Set me up.
You want a drink? You got a drink. This is what we got for you. Beers, bitters, mead, elemental water, Arborean fire wine and fire seeds, cursed hot wine, and Batorian whiskey. What will it be?
I will take some fire wine and fire seeds. He passes you a glass of the deepest red wine and a handful of brightly colored seeds.
Stick the seeds in your mouth, he advises, and take a swig of the wine. Don't be surprised when the seeds catch fire. They won't do you any harm. It tastes like no other.
He's right. When you pop a seed into your mouth, it mingles with your saliva and bursts into a tiny flame. You quench it with a swallow of fire wine, and it tastes indescribable.
Barkus smiles. You want another?
Not now. Farewell. All right. Talk to O again. Tell me about yourself. I am O. What sort of name is that? It's a cool name. So what does that mean? It's the divine alphabet. Then that means you know all secrets of existence, doesn't it? I know parts of many of them. Without a connection to my brothers and sisters, I am but a letter. Alone I am a symbol. Combined, we are language and power. So you don't know the secrets of existence? I did not say that. A letter is still a powerful voice, even on its own. Allow me to show you. He opens his mouth wider, and wider still. The mask of his face tears around his eyes, mouth, and nose, revealing that hint of eternity you glimpsed earlier. You are lost in it, adrift in it, a part of it. You return to your mundane senses and realize that O has vanished. Yet somehow your horizons have expanded. Enlightenment has brushed you, however briefly, across the brow. That was indescribable. Gain +1 wisdom. Woohoo! Yay! Forgot about that little. Let your mercy kill you. Get the fuck away from me. Ebkriegness. Where's this planeswalker fellow?
I don't know why I bother talking to you.
Well, we'll talk to Ed while we're here. You see a slightly stooped old man with a full gray beard and a lion's mane of gray hair. He wears a couple of shoulder guards as armor, and he keeps a helmet nearby. He smokes a pipe and carries a pouch of tobacco around his waist. He looks pretty strong, but he's a little plump and also appears to have some sort of breathing trouble.
Well now, aren't you a sight, lad? Never have I seen so many scars blanketing a fella. Like a scar cloak you're wearing. Where you been hanging out the grain, Thresher? He laughs. Just jesting. And ye lad, no offense meant. And I hope no offense taken. Amib.
He extends his hand. Greetings, Ed. His handshake is firm.
Now I hereby tender my apologies for an unfair jesting, lad. Hope no hard feelings. Can I buy you a tankard or two or something to smooth any ruffled feathers?
Why not?
That's the spirit, lad. Bide the moment.
He rises to his feet and heads to the bar. After a moment, he returns to his seat with a pair of tankards.
Here you go, lad. Drink up.
He takes a massive swallow from his old tankard, puffs on his pipe, and says,
What can all that do for you on this fine sigil day?
I had some questions about this place.
Ah, well, I gathered that just to look at you. I mean, you don't look like you're from around this parts, lad. You look a little too out the sauce to be a seasoned native. So, what can I help you with, lad? You need to know lay of the land?
Who the fuck are you?
Krigness, third measure of harmonium. Now retired and being a tot with one's voice, since I don't step lightly as I might this past 2 or 3 decades. Now, lad, who the fuck be you? And what trouble might you be in?
Third measure of the harmonium?
Aye, third measure of the harmonium.
He relaxes a little.
Though I ain't served a tour of duty in many a decade.
Pushing a quill wasn't quite up my alley.
After all the fights and skirmishes I've been in. So, I bide my time keeping tabs on things down here in the hive and helping out as little I can. And you look like someone who might need a hand. Are you in some kind of trouble, lad?
A few troubles.
Well, I wasn't hoping nothing too serious now, but I'll leave that for yourself to say if you ain't feeling you like you're talking about. Don't mean to press the point, nah. That'll get you in more trouble around here than anything else.
I have some other questions. Do you know someone named Farad?
Shit. Now, lad, what you be wanting with a buck like Farad?
He stole some of my belongings.
No doubt, lad, no doubt. You had to chain up everything around that grasping little spider. He should have been one of the fated, the way and nothing chained down slips into his parlor. Don't give him a yard or take a leak, eh?
What do you know about him?
No, I don't know everything there's to know about the old Fried, but I do know some dark surrounding the fuck. If you had the time to track down the spider and nail him to the wall, then I suppose I could spill a bit of chance so you know what you're tangling with.
He pauses to tamp his pipe.
Fry dug his nest deep in Rag Picker Square not too long ago. Got a bunch of collectors and gangs together. And started that one almost considered a collecting faction. Be as that it may.
Where can I find him?
Well, lad, if you're looking for Farad, which I would say is pretty palmy of you, you're literally off the beaten path. You want to be finding Rag Picker Square. Chances that Farad set it up a big kip somewhere at the square. Even an old fellow like me who's been up around the ring a few times don't know exactly where. I figured Farad wants to keep dark about the location. Dark. If y'all bound and determined to find Farad, go to Ragpicker Square and try to dig up Farad's location from one of the locales. Try to be careful about it, since there's plenty in the square. It might make a gut hop out of you as soon as you look at you.
I have some other questions.
Aye, lad. What do you want to know?
You're missing a journal.
You're missing a journal? Was there more to the journal than pages and words? Otherwise, I can't imagine too many bloods who would bother themselves with letters unless it was really hot and spicy. Not much use of books and learning and shit around here. I don't know where you might find such a thing. But you know, lad, if Farad is one to scrape you off Cedar Street, you might know the dark of where your stuff is. It's most likely in his larder, if you ask me. Dead man is usually no possession to keep his possessions when the collectors tumble across his body, eh?
Thanks. Very well. You can save here if you want, and you probably should if you're going to do what I'm about to do. Talk to Ilquix. You see a short, rotund man with perplexed expression on his face. From the lines on his loose skin, it looks like he's not too uncommon. He carries a flagon of ale that looks like he's in the process of being emptied. Rapidly. In between swallows, he speaks in a gentle voice, so quiet you can barely hear the words.
Hello, traveler. My name is Ilquix. Can I be of some assistance to you?
Greetings. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
What did you want to know of me, friend?
Who exactly are you?
I am but a humble man with slight flowery, poetical bent and tendency toward supernatural. I regret, most eager the ways of power. Perhaps some later time.
Yes, I'd like that. For now, I have some other questions. Can you tell me of this place?
This place, the Smoldering Corpse Tavern, a fine establishment with a fine owner. Barkus is a true gentleman and ambiguous to increase his standing to boot. These, I feel, are the most useful qualities one can possess.
They drive people. I had some more questions. What can you tell me of the patrons of this place?
The patrons of this tavern are many and varied. I have spoken with most and find them delightful, with the exception of those creatures of law.
He gestures toward the pair of Abishai, sitting in the corner.
They take the air with their presence, leading an unwholesome stench to an otherwise pleasant environment. I recommend speaking to Barkus. I understand he requires some aid with a trifling matter. Then we have that old character. I'm still trying to understand him fully. It is quite an undertaking if I say so myself. Those are the folk of interest here. The others, well, perhaps I am too discriminating.
Why do you despise creatures of law?
Ah, a fine question, my friend. My upbringing has been on the chaotic side of the Great Ring. You may speak to Gandrin Ilborn, a misnomer if I've ever heard one, of the Plains. He fancies himself a great planeswalker. To return from my digression, I have lived many, many years with chaos, and find it pleasantly agreeable to me. The taint of law, as of the creatures there, is reprehensible and tyrannical. If I am to be crushed underfoot, I'd rather it be by an individual than a machine that knows nothing of emotion.
I disagree.
He smiles toothily, his fat cheeks barely moving. To each his own, I say. Did you have more questions?
No, dickhead. Only that you shall fucking die! Here's where I save and get crushed by a demon. Attack! Can't even hit him. You know why? Because he's got -7 armor class. Oh, shit. Keep attacking him. He's not attacking back. $12,000 experience. That's what I'm talking about. And as it turns out, he's a big fucking demon. No, I'm sorry, but it's definitely worth killing a fucking demon for 12,000 experience, especially when it doesn't attack you back. You're right. You're welcome for the tip. Thank you very much. If you seek the quest and the trail and the path of lawfulness, then you shall do as I just did. If not, you can just pass on by the 12,000 experience. I don't give a fuck. Look, Morte got a level out of that. That was awesome. You know you like that. I'm gonna level Morte up. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Morte gained 12 hit points. I'll take it. He's sitting at a pretty 55 maximum hit points. The nameless one is still sitting at 40. 33 for our fighter mage Dakan. Telling you guys, totally worth it to slay the demon. Take advantage of that 12k. Especially if he's not going to attack back, you know what I'm saying? Alright, time to speak to Kandarin. He's a planeswalker, so he's a little see-through. You see a soft-looking man with gentle, far-staring eyes. He dresses in supple leather clothing and carries various implements of use and destruction about his body, such as rope spikes, tinder boxes, and empty vials of air. Yes, I too carry empty vials of air. They provide me absolutely nothing of importance. He looks half gone, literally. There's an insubstantiability to his existence. Stop using such big words, Torment, as if his essence and his partially leached away. He focuses his eyes on you, and suddenly you find them gripping and determined. Greetings to you, O Seeker. Greetings. He carefully sets down the mug he's holding and gives you all his attention. I have seen the far reaches of the multiverse and returned to tell the tale. I have walked upon bodies of dead gods and spun moonbeams in the astral, ahead of thousands shrieking Githyanki knights. I have passed the edges of existence and watched my essence shiver away before me. What is it I can do for you? Well, I just had a couple questions. Shit. Perhaps I have answers for you. Speak, and I shall tell you. I met a woman named Ingress with very bad teeth. She says she'd come through a portal of some world that's opened by a tune hummed near two crossed trees. Can you get her home? He pauses briefly, thinking. I know a portal of which you speak, though I have not traveled in 30 years gone. I will take her home, Seeker. Go tell her to await my arrival, then meet me back here, and I will tell you if I was successful or not. Thanks. We'll go ahead and do that real quick. So, for now, let's just travel back to Ingress, because we get a semi-important item here. Uh-oh. Attack. Oh, strike! Yeah, you don't want to fuck with us. We got Dakon in the party, son. We got Dakon. Seriously? Really? I got you numbered, bitch. Alright. We'll go ahead and slay these guys and take their goodies. And when we come back, we're going to find Ingress. And see if we can get her off this hellish hole. See you next video.